Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Gold Rush TV. This is Rod again with another video. Guys, I just want to bring some topics for discussion that are things that are going on at the club at the moment. Manchester United. I know it's a club that has really fallen, falling deep down like the Roman Empire, and it's just bizarre that some of these things are going on at the moment on and off the pitch that doesn't make the name Manchester United look promising to any individual, be it rival fans or just regular lovers of football, because the name Manchester United, like, it's a big brand, it's a big name, it's a big club, has had big players, Cristiano Ronaldo, David Beckham, Ryan Giggs, all the post Coles and Gary Neville and Carrick, and so many players. But at the moment, the club is going down in a downward spiral, and there's so many things that's going on that we have to put blame on the board. But the first thing I want to bring into the chat today, let me know what you guys think in the comments. That we'll have a little discussion. But the thing that I want to first talk about today is Ruben Amorim. I know we have that game tomorrow against Ipswich, so I just want to bring a little bit of what really stood out for me when he had that press conference, and that was when he got asked his opinion about the cutting of like 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 ordinary workers from the club, like the sacking and stuff like that. But one thing he did was he was trying to put the blame, and I guess this is the second time he's doing that, putting the blame on himself and the players. That I guess what is going on the pitch, the bad performances, is what is making the board do what they are doing, like in regards to like sacking and cutting like finances from other aspects of the club. But my first 2 cents on this is that I hate the fact that Amorim is trying, because what he's trying to do is like trying to take the forefront for what the Glazers are doing or Ineos are doing, which is really wrong. And I don't want it to make him. I don't want it to look like a situation where he thinks because he's in tune with the fans, he could say certain things, and that the fans could just be like a sleeping eye to it, because the fans are not dumb. Maybe they think the fans are stupid, but the fans are not dumb. They're not dumb at all. I watch other Manchester United creators to like some of the news, and it's just really crazy how much turmoil is in the club at the moment. For Amorim to actually come about for a press conference and then talking about a situation like that, I don't think was the right move, because these are things that he does that will set him up against the fans, because the fans, we know pretty much he is not at fault. The players themselves are not, like, we could criticize the players for certain things they do, like their inability to perform in games or give a 90-minute performance, be it what kind of opposition team we're playing, be it Everton or like the Southamptons or like the teams on the bottom half of the table, because we're in a position where nothing can really change. And in as much as the players are not doing good, this is one thing we can't really blame them for, like sacking of the people. The board did. It's not like the players were asked to come into the office and be like, "Hey, Bruno, what do you think about like the cutting of finance? Like cutting of snack or food stuff or like free lunch and stuff like that." It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. So I don't think Amram did the right thing, because left to me, this is what I think. In a situation like that, I would have preferred him say or answer to the question like, I'd rather not discuss about this. It has nothing to do with me. My focus is on the next game, like he normally would do. Because normally you'll ask him questions like that. He'll be like, "No, I'm focused on the game." Stick to that. Stick to what you are doing, because what he said is pretty much taking the blame for what the Glazers are doing. And I feel like this ball will not have a twinkle of an eye. They could fire him if it's something that's make them save face. Yeah, he could get sacked. You know, it's so much among is trying to take that I feel like, because even like Jose Mourinho, he has said that once you're a manager at Manchester United, you have all the responsibility. You're the manager, you're the coach, you're the sporting director, you're the CEO. You're informed for everything. And I believe the only time the board comes out to say anything is when they're trying to do this cutting and firing and things that have to generate money. That's when they come out to talk to the fans. Like, it's crazy, because other clubs have managers, or not like managers, but they have their board who relates to the fans. Bayern Munich, for example, if there's a situation going on at the club, they have executives. You know, they'll come and talk to the fans, let the fans know what's going on. You know, Amorim cannot be taking blame for it. The players cannot be taking blame for it, because some of those staffs, The players don't know some of the stuff so I've been working there. So I don't think Amorim taking up for the players and himself being the reason why the executive the board is doing the cutting. I don't think it was the right move. I don't think it was the right thing to do. You know, yeah, the Glazers have hidden behind. They have put Ineos to be like the front, and it's crazy because at the moment it's so much going on at the club where there's nothing like some decisions they make are not like totally bad. Not everything about the club is bad. The decisions they make that look good because at the moment they pretty much the only thing that is really like promising when it comes to the club at the moment is just Ruben Amorim because he's a guy who was a hipster. He's a hipster manager. He speaks well. He addresses questions well when presented by the journalists. So like I just hope he doesn't do too much and get the fans to start turning away from him because the fans love him. He articulates certain things the fans have been crying for the past decade that have been wrong with the club. The same thing Ragnar did, but Ragnar was not able to see the tunnel. He left at the end of the tunnel because he got fired. Because Ragnar has seen the problems. He needed he had open heart surgery for the club, so he needed at least like so in case 5 or 6 players or seven left the club, you needed another seven to be brought back. But the board hasn't done that. They haven't backed Amorim. We're at the bottom of the table, 15th in the league. There's nothing we can really do. We're like 10 points of 10th place. So I don't even think we'll ever see the top of the table, like the top 10. So it's just a bad situation at the club. So Amorim, I just hope that, he just sticks to what he's doing. Because the fans will back him. If a situation comes, the fans will back him. So I don't want him to make the fans lose that trust because it's very necessary for this club. Because once the fans turn on you, that's it. And the thing is that the media want to feed off of this because that's what they do, you know. So that was the first thing I was trying to bring into the chat. So let me know what you guys think because it was just my opinion. That's what I think, you know. Then the second thing I was trying to talk about was how to do with the mainstream media and some of the pundits talking about I'm going to go back to 4-4-2. This is the thing though. 4-4-2 is a system these players have played under before. Everything had this is the same. They played the same system under everything had. But they didn't succeed though. They still cannot put in a full 90-minute performance. Amorim was brought to play a system that he's used to that has been proven that it works. He works in the Champions League, which is the most important trophy when it comes to European football. He worked at the domestic league in the Premier Liga in Portugal. He has beaten English clubs. Even when he came to United, he has beaten City. He has won some big guns in the Premier League. So I just think if he has the right tools, like the right players, he is going to make things happen. So the patience we all were talking about giving Amorim patience when he had just come to the club is 3 months. Things like this will take time. He has said even when he had just like I guess that was the first 3 games that he had when we play Everton and we beat them 4-0. Everybody was talking about Amorim ball, Amorim's cooking and stuff like that. He said no. That is not even what he's thinking about. That win is not even important because so many things will happen that are like he said there's a storm will come. There are storms ahead. So I see what he was talking about, and it's true. It's so many like the storms have hit. We are 15th in the league. We are 15th place in the league. We have just the Europa League and the FA Cup. But at the moment, because even like the last 2 games, there's a glimpse of what he can do, and the players only show that in the second half of the games. Because should they put that performance in both halves, like should they even give like an 80-minute performance? We will see a good performance and a good result. you know, because even like tomorrow against Ipswich, we need to see a performance. Ipswich are like one of those teams where they could beat you, but that's because United at the moment you just cannot bank your money on them because the games that you think United could just win, any team could beat them on their day. Any team could be Man United. So you can't really say like United is going to pass through Ipswich because Ipswich have beaten Spurs 2-0. They beat them at home. I know this is because even at home, Man United, we don't have that good record at home this season. We lose a lot of games. You know, so that 4-4-2 they're talking about, the players have gone. So if that was the case, they're talking about the 4-4-2. Why did they sack Eric Ten Hag? There was no point to start anything hard. Amorim was bought to play the system because last season or 2 seasons ago, like even the media, they talked about, oh, United does not have a system of play. They don't have a system of play. They don't have a system of play. It was system of play. Mainstream media on this system of play. System of play. It's a manager who has a system of play. We have seen what the system of play can do when these players apply to it full-heartedly. Like some of them are just reluctant to do the basics. Should they put that performance and come hungry like some of these teams do? Because let's say, for example, Ipswich were playing tomorrow. Right? Ipswich is that team that pretty much the relegation to it's like they'll go back down to the championship. But those teams will come on hungry. And when they come hungry and Man United, they get a result. That's what happened with Everton. I know we came back from two down to 2-2, which was good. But again, we need that performance. We need that performance. If we want to see a situation where we can win the FA Cup to get us into Europe next season, or win the Europa League to get in the Champions League, we need that performance. Because gradually, at least once you get that performance gradually going, then it becomes like form, it becomes like a habit. They are used to it. They keep doing it. But he says he wants them to apply what they train into the games. So they do that in the second half of the game. They do that in just one part of the game. Should they do that all game? I believe we'll see a better United. Because on paper, these players look good than some of the other teams. But then when it comes down to ability, they lack the enthusiasm, they lack the willingness, they lack the hunger to go for those points, to go for a performance, to go for things that will make the fans happy, you know. Because people pay money to go watch stuff like this, you know. So the 4-4-3 thing they're talking about, I don't think because okay, say they want him to go back to his system because he's losing games. Should he go back to a 4-4-3? And then when the players start playing how they were doing back with everything, how where there was no performance with the 4-4-3, they'll say, oh, he doesn't have a system of play. So it's like you're mixing it because it's rather they learn now and make the mistakes and get the hang of it than him switching back to a system that the players play and it's not working. They have to come back again because then it'll be another process. It's just like a cycle, which is not necessary at the moment. You know, he is not worried about the loss, the losses. He said he's going to take a time. We just need the patience. We just need the patience for this manager. Hopefully he gets the back. He gets some players coming in the summertime, doing the summer transfer. But like the media should stop this thing with the 4-4-3 change the system and stuff like that because it's not going to help anybody. It's not going to help anybody. Yeah, it's not going to help. Then aside, the next thing I want to talk about is still it has to do pretty much with almost what I said before, but it was with Jim Ratcliffe. Like I don't know if this guy actually is a long life United fan because some of the decisions he's making. I know Abraham Glazer is still in charge of footballing decisions, but cutting or stopping free meals to staff, I don't. That's wicked. I would think that's inhumane because these people work at that club for years. They worked in that club for years. They have they have put their blood and sweat into this club for this new board to just come in and make these drastic decisions. Again, it's not like they don't have no choice. And it's crazy. It's crazy that some fans are going to back the decisions these people are making. But I don't think it is. My opinion, I don't think it is because there was an option on the table that won't require us cutting funds or cutting charity funds or sacking people or cutting meals from staff. There was an option to buy the entire club, have no debts, Glazers gone, new United. But these people decided to sleep in bed with the Glazers and making decisions Glazers will make. So they are one people. Firing people, they are regular people like that. And like us who live up, they don't even make like up to 50 grand a year. If you are firing them, and the thing is that it's not like I know they say they're making their work redundant, like I guess taking their jobs away, like it's not really relevant no more. Not like sacking because I guess they still get a payout. But still, those people that this club has been like family to a lot of people. A lot of people, because now if you fire lost like you sacked almost 400 people, it's just, it pretty much is like a situation where one person could do like two tasks, but they're doing it on a minimum, like on a low cost. Because how much are you going to save? Where you have to save, you're not saving. There are players who are on the bench who are on injury who are making 300 grand a week, 300K a week. Their season they are not playing because if they are just their yearly salary will pay all those people who have been fired, you know. But they can't do that. Like say Jim has messed up his brand with this United deal. I don't know how. Maybe they have that dream that there's something they're going to gain in this club, but I feel like it's something they already planned to do. They did this strategic review, so I feel like that review had to do a lot with the firing of the sacking of people. It should have been there because it's not that they just cannot wake up one morning and start firing people and cutting funds. Like if you say Alex Ferguson, these are people have who make this club be what it is. You know, taking off his ambassadorial role and stuff like that. It's not lawful. It's not proper. You know, but we have that game tomorrow. I don't know what you guys think the game will look like, but I'll go with a Man United. Ah, I don't want to be too. I don't want to exaggerate it. I could go with a Man United 2-1 win. I think both teams will score. United, but United will win. So I'm thinking about a 2-1 win. If we play good and get a clean sheet, happy days. But other than that, I just think the club is really down. It's really down, sinking, sinking, sinking. But guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments about the club, the decisions the board is making. One thing I forgot is that they finally have given is his name Christopher Favel the full role as sporting director. So that's what I'm saying. Like some things are not bad, like bad. Christopher Favel is a good um appointment for him to take that role in general as the sporting director because this is the thing though, because he gets that position. He's good when it comes to like youth, like the younger players. He gets good. He knows how to scout like good talent, like young talent. We have the Obi Martins, you have the Kone, we have um um yeah, Obi Martins. We have this. No, even Dogu is young, but yeah, I know Dogu is Amorim, but Feve is in charge with like those players. You have the guy for the defender from Arsenal. Um, you have the Uruguayan guy. I can't remember his name. Leon. Is it Leon? Yeah, that's his name. Um, yeah, so he'll be able to get like good players who are of a younger age. But the thing is, would the board want to use this as a strategy to get younger players to sell, or is it like trying to create a team where it's like youth? When they reach their potential, they express, they manage. Like when United is playing and doing good, they could sell some. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what side of the fence to be with this. But Faber is a good. It's a good. He's good in charge of like development with like youth and scouting youth players. So that's one good thing that they did. But other than that, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you are new to the channel, please hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. We try to make a couple videos. I'm trying to work around set my own place. Yeah, also hit that notification bell. That way you get notifications for new videos that I post. And I'll see you guys at another time. Good night.